everyone, today we're going to have an aircraft type review. Today's aircraft is the Classic Boeing B-52 Stratofortress. The Boeing B-52 has been serving almost exclusively in the United States Air Force since 1955, with the only other operator being NASA for experimental aircraft purposes. A total of 744 were built, from the initial XB and YB-52 aircraft to the last B-52H models that were built in 1959. For collectors, there have been a total of 23 B-52 models produced since the early 2000s to the present day. The Corgi Model Company mainly produces their B-52 models in the 1/144 scale, while Herpa Wings B-52s are mostly in the 1/200 scale. Gemini Jets so far has been the only producer of note to make the B-52 models in 1/400 scale, as seen on the models in this video, with two so far, one just released in February 2023, and the other one produced in 2021. The liveries of these aircraft go from the earliest silver fuselage with an anti-flash white belly, when the type first came out, to the Vietnam-era camo on top, black paint on the bottom style, onto the modern-day low-vis gray paint scheme we see today. There is also one, a NASA white fuselage model, that has also been produced. Initial development started in late 1945, with an Air Material Command requirement being put out for a new strategic bomber that could be, quote, capable of carrying out the strategic mission without dependence upon advanced or intermediate bases controlled by other countries, unquote. The original specifications called for enough crew to not only fly the aircraft, but to man at least 5 gun turrets and hold a relief crew as well. Boeing, Convair, then known as Consolidated Aircraft, and Glenn L. Martin all put in bids, with Boeing winning out in the end. The initial design called for a 6-engine propeller-driven aircraft known as the Boeing Model 462. As design work progressed, the aircraft became more and more the aircraft we know today. At Boeing Model 464-35, it even resembled what the Soviet Union would produce as the Tu-95 Bear. More design work eventually got Boeing to the first two produced aircraft, the XB-52 and the YB-52, which both had tandem-style cockpits similar to what was seen on the previous B-47 Stratojet bomber, with the addition of another jet engine to each wing to bring the engine total up to 8 turbojets. Due to equipment damage during ground testing of the XB-52, the YB-52 was the first of the type to fly on 15 April 1952, with the Boeing test pilot Tex Johnston at the controls. The XB-52's first flight would be a half a year later in October of 1952. Once the initial flight testing occurred, the United States Air Force began ordering the B-52 in large numbers. Over the years, the B-52 would be progressively upgraded and improved until the final Model H aircraft came off the assembly line in 1959. Not only has the B-52 served in the bomber role for conflicts such as Vietnam, the Persian Gulf War, and the global war on terror, but it has also served as a reconnaissance aircraft, an electronics warfare aircraft, and a launching mothership for research aircraft. The aircraft's armament has constantly improved over the decades, from small 500-pound dummy bombs to precision bunker busters to the latest nuclear weapon and also standoff weapons such as cruise missiles. Most of the built B-52s have since been retired to desert boneyards, where they wait the scrapper's blade or in rare instances undergo a 4-month refit that returns the aircraft to service, although this only happens to replace a B-52 that has been damaged beyond economical repair. In 2020, the United States Air Force started a program to replace the aging 8 engines on the surviving aircraft with a like number of newer, more efficient engines. USAF also intends to maintain the B-52 in its fleet to the 90-year service point, with there already being instances of specific B-52s being flown by grandfathers and grandsons. Please let your friends and family who collect know about our channel and spread the word. And as always, thank you, and like and subscribe. If you want to keep up with our video feed, please hit that black subscribe button below your screen. Right now, over 80% of our viewers are not subscribers, so if you don't want to miss one of these videos, please subscribe. If you want to catch other videos, please select one of the links shown here. Thank you, and good day.